health. Give me those analytics so I know you're live. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go grab a drink real quick while everything starts itself through. And hopefully that will stay green. So far, it's good. No drop frames, no bitrate loss. I think we're clear. But I will be right back. I'm grabbing water and a soda. Okay, I am back. Still green. We're good. You're very, very good. Settings are good. I think we're clear. Yeah, I think we're clear. Okay. I'm so annoyed. uh, it's like tries to connect to Trove. No internet. Tries to load up OBS. No internet. 3 hours of just constantly checking until it's back up. That was my night tonight. I really should have just slept. Really should have. I only got, let's see, I passed out at 9:25 p.m. and then I woke up at 1:31ish. I've been pacing from this room to the other room to check on the router and modem, and pacing back here. And just flushing everything, making sure everything's working, and it's just like, pain. Just pain. But, it does look like it's working now. I want to get these runs in before it becomes a problem. That's really the big thing here. Da, 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 da. Anything else I need to worry about here? We need to get our buffs. That's about it. Is that guy mountable? Oh, that is tradable. That is not tradable. Okay. That. And you guys there. That's everything? Nope, wait, trophies. Target's still dead? Yep, week 22. Okay. This is even worse. Like, this is actually worse. That annoys me. If that was like 850, it would actually be okay. Any dragons or anything we need to do? No, just double stat reroll. Oh, and Cruxian. That was the other thing. Let's grab Cruxian's loot and grab our buffs. And we'll go jump straight into the delves. And else, I do need to do my martial real quick. That takes like 5 seconds back on the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I literally do not care about you at all. Just a breath, and you've got nothing as well. Like, this shit is terrible. I'm sorry to say it, but it is. This is always. Ever since they've changed him, this is really bad. Like, the game mode itself is not good. It's not hard or anything. It's literally a joke. But it's the fact that the entire reward structure is just like 3 times worse than it was before by a long shot, which is insane that it's like this now. It's like, Luxian, what happened to you? Do you have a marketplace? No, we are 22 weeks without it. That's a goofball. Welcome back. But no, we only have, yeah. It's week 22. Still no marketplace. Yep. It's the longest it's ever been. Any on the buffs. There we go. Let's go dump these EXP potions off. It's not EXP week and it's not EXP anything, so. Storage we go. There we go. And let's go get my combat buff real quick. Yeah, PC Trove has been just languishing and not getting really anything. I would have been on earlier, but I literally had a thunderstorm take out my internet from 1 o'clock. I think it was around 1 because I passed out at 9, woke up at 1, and we didn't have internet until about 4:21 ish. That's a boat. I don't care for those. I need a tower. But sadly, I was really hoping I would be able to stream from 1 to about 6, and then I could jump into PoE 2, and it looked like, well, Mother Nature said no. It's like I still had power, but it was fluctuating quite a bit. As per usual. I hate hail and thunderstorms. I really do. Even though it's tiny, it still just sometimes just takes everything out. And then you're just sitting there like, power company, why? Why is your system not hardened? Why must we be without power? Come on. But I am here. So can I attack buff real quick? And we'll go straight into the delves. I'll probably ship back to PoE 2, to be honest, and just stream that a little bit tonight. I need to actually finish everything and just beeline towards my spell totems. Got my tech buff right? Yep, 1 million. We're good. Could stick around for the clear. I really don't care. Yeah, I don't care enough for that. I'm mostly just frustrated that I didn't get a full stream in today because of weather again, and it's just why? It was supposed to be a small little thunderstorm, and then it lasted for 4 fucking hours. It's like, no. Go away. Do not settle on top of us. Bad. Hey, one I actually did not have. Nice. Keep getting dupes. Okay. For anyone that is new, these are open carries. I literally take anybody and everyone. So if you're in Twitch chat or YouTube chat, and you guys want to get your runs in tonight, if you're on, then either whisper me, Mr. Clunkers, in game, or just throw your IGN into chat, and I will get you in. I don't know how long we'll be on Trove tonight, just because I was planning on doing 5 hours, and then just jumping straight back into PoE 2, but as I said, no internet. You. Thankfully, on the food side of things, I have frozen pizza, so I don't even need to worry about to get earlier later. Oh, I should say later today. Earlier, it's still technically night. I won't probably need to break. At least this time. 64 creatures. Okay. Oh, Fine left. There we go. Also, before I forget, I need to poke Shadow. Make sure he's good. Da, 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 da. So make sure if he needs to get his runs out, if not, fine. I don't know how many other people actually need to do their delve runs today because it's one of those things where I'm like, there's so many things that have all launched simultaneously today that I'm like, there's a reason I was planning on doing just like a 4-hour Trove stream, and then obviously the internet crapped itself, and I'm like, no, no, it's not okay. There was time. No, there isn't. I mean, there still is a little bit of time, but not really. And make sure my hit rate is good enough for PoE 2. I'm actually kind of worried about that, playing Spell Totems. Well, I will be playing Spell Totems and just doing leveling setup. At least that's what I was doing before I passed out and get like barely 4 hours of sleep on the internet. It shouldn't bug me too much because it's just like this stuff just happens. It's whatever. But it's like, hey, we had plans. And those plans are ruined. And at least I got some sleep, I guess, because I could have just went into this completely with like, okay, cool, I've been going for 21 hours, I was working today, then jumped into PoE2, just grinded a bunch until 9, and then I was like, I could stream, but we have a thunderstorm coming through, I probably should get out, and then get some rest before it happens, just in case, and then the just in case happens, and nothing. And then I'm just sitting here like an idiot, like, great. Great. Dang you, Mother Nature. Here's a second spin. There's one down. Go for that sword. Want it. Eight creatures. Quite high for a single person one at the moment. I do feel bad that obviously we didn't get on early, so I'm betting I'm gonna miss some people that want to get runs in. Sucks. Damn, too much when it comes to internet. Like, I can handle having intermittent power. Obviously, the stream would be disconnecting, but at least it would reconnect. I can't do much when we're just completely cut off from the grid. Problem. That's whatever. That's I just go normal Delphi. These guys. These guys are good ones. No modifiers. Maybe some extra HP that's better. We take those. We absolutely take those. Tiny amount of terracotta warriors? What is this? It's weird. 88 kills, but I think it's perfectly spread out across all the different factions. Which is kind of terrible, because that means I need to actually kill these guys. There we go. Come on it. There we go. just keep moving. Gosh darn it. I'm missing. There it is. Let's see. Creatures, come on, come on, come on, come on. There be the hole down. There, number 3. Come on, give me the meme sword. I want it. T1, T1, and C2. I will admit, I kind of wish that you could just get away with using C1 just to cheese the system instead of needing C2. It's whatever. Maybe one day we'll get another account upgrade or gem upgrade, something that is readily available for more players that allows them to just cheese through the 42.5 and 45k brackets. Every time I see C1 gear, it's like, that's completely worthless. C2 gear, I'm like, that's only worth it to be able to cheese your way into 42.5. That's it. That's its purpose. And you just go straight for C5 and ignore everything else. Because there's no point in upgrading a C4 set. You're just going to scrap it anyway for C5. There's no upgrade path either. It's like C3, C4 are completely worthless. C2 is only good to be able to get you to that bracket point, and then you're done. At least we don't need to do C3 anymore. Thank goodness. There's that. That was such a waste of resources. Yeah, we'll do that. There is like no enemies in here. Uh-oh. I need to kill everything. Game, why? It's not quite a Where's Waldo floor, but it's a high kill count with low population for it. Those are the worst. I want super high population and medium kill count. Yes. What's up, channel? Fun fact. Oh, give me a second. OBS is slightly covering the edge. Dang it, OBS. Why do you like this? Literally tabbed over just to double check. Fun fact, I was grinding Sparks the other day. Got a 0 stars, C4 Helmet, Geo topside. Yeah, that just kind of happens randomly. Like, I wish C4 was actually useful for something nowadays, but because we can just skip it and go straight into just gem grinding, it's really dumb. So you just go straight to C5 and you just don't think about it because you're completely wasting resources on anything else, which is annoying. Also, seeing the market's done, you just have to use gear crafted bolts. I think that's just how it's going to be. $41,276. Nice. Yeah, it's literally just gems now. At this point for you, it's just playing on Wednesday and then capping your stuff. And do remember to upgrade to Mystic on the big ones when you've got the qubits for it. Like, to be frank, at this point, you're literally already right there to just push straight into 45 and above. Which is funny. Like, I will admit, like, you're extremely well positioned to just beeline it. Oh, Quantum Choke's actually on. Uber Twilight Adventure World. I don't know if Choke actually needs a. I think he might need his runs. Good new. Yeah. These red crits into murder. That should clear the floor. Oh no, they're crit downs. Game, that's not okay. The target is crit downs. Why? Okay, mission complete. I am getting the heck out of here. Run for it, run! Also, you got 2 TF Archon Shard drops. Hey, nice. What colors? Oh, and Ifera's leaving. Dang it. That'll do. We'll reset. Okay. Reset. Thank you, Ifera, for leaving. Crimson and Emerald. Ooh, yes, Emerald's good. Emerald is very, very good. That's a huge one, to be honest. Was it a Tau or was it just a regular one? I assume it was just regular. Unless it was Tau Forged. No, you said TF, so yes, Tau Forged. Oh, very nice. I will admit, there's only... What? I'm trying to think. Sarah needs, I think, 2 regulars or 1 Tau Forged. And then... What's the other one? Emerald's always a weird one, because you don't actually need that many Tau Forged shards to get full strip on armor if you're using it for the armor strip setup. I think Inaros needs 2 Tau Forged for his full set, if you're using them on him. I think Synax needed 1. And then if you're doing for toxin damage, such as Araxia, then you need 5. Which is hilarious, because it's like, other characters you only need 2 regulars, and then you just put in the rest of either being Crimson, Orange, or Purple, depending on which one that you're using. Unless you need Vesper, which is yellow. The green's always a weird one. But if you got a Tau Forged one, then congratulations. I think you can finish like 3 different Warframes, because they only need 1. Clearly a pick and choose your adventure kind of thing at this point, which is nice. But yeah, you can get the corrosion full status effect with just 1, which is insane. That's why Emerald Shards are nice, really, really nice. But you don't need that many of them, and then you need a full set of purple and a full set of orange. Which is terrible. I'm not gonna lie. I still feel bad for Mr. Warframe guy early last year. He was doing videos with Valkyrie, and then he ended up, people in the comments just kept hounding him to go make purples. And he only had enough to make 1 full set of purple, and his next video was the Tanya one. Bro, literally, like, legitimately crashed out. But it was just like, now I gotta go farm more reds. And it's like, oof. Everyone in the community, I feel that. It's like, yeah, we could down damage cap with any melee for him in the entire game. Problem, now I gotta go farm reds again. Oh god, why? Thank goodness we actually have ways of getting Tau Forged shards now effectively. Because before it was just the weekly. Like, getting Tau Forged shards was awful. It's still not amazing, but it's a hell of a lot better than what it was. On the twin frames, I have not actually seen, because I was not able to watch the dev stream, what they can do, but I was looking forward to them in general, just because A, it's new frames, and B, this one's probably going to be... I have not gotten around to watching it. I was mostly prepping for the stream today. I was like, okay, cool. I was doing a bunch of texture work, which was this morning. I then went straight into PoE2's launch with, like, let's see. I think I've been sitting in chat and sitting in Discord for like 14 hours working on that. Went straight into the PoE2 launch. And then I had the Thunderstorm coming in, so I had to bail on that. Because, as I said, I thought I wouldn't have internet or power, so I was like, I'll just get some rest in, got 4 hours of sleep, and then woke up at 1 and didn't have internet. And now it is 5:12. I woke up at around, yeah, it was 4:21 is when I woke up. I can double check everything, because I was pretty much rotating on 30 minutes of sleep just to double check to see if the internet was back. And it was back at 4. So we've been going for almost an hour. Also, your prediction on Cynex Prime was on point. I had a feeling. I was just like, I would love a Corvax Prime, but I doubt we're going to get him first, because Cynex should be the next one. They normally go in order, but sometimes they deviate. So we're going to be one of the two. Or it could be Calervo. It's just one of those things where I'm like, it's one of these guys. I don't know which one, but it's probably Cynex, because Cynex did come out first. The only thing that makes me worried, though, is that if Cynex Prime is coming out, I don't want them to nerf him. Well, I don't want them to nerf his ability. Because they haven't touched it, even though people now know that it works with miscellaneous tagged weapons instead of just spear guns. Because again, all spear guns are tagged as miscellaneous. So it's one of those things where I'm like, as long as that stays, Cynex is still... Like, Cynex himself is really good, but Cynex's ability is actually cracked. Like, the helmet ability is... That thing is insane. It's really nice. It's like, please don't change it. Pablo, don't touch, please. Oh, I could bet. Cynex is actually always, like, pretty good. Like, he fits his theme exceedingly well. So I can only imagine putting gold on a freaking Spartan is just going to make him look better. It's just... Flat out, I don't think it's not going to look good. I haven't seen it, but I'm quite certain. I still don't know how they're going to do Corvex's, like, Prime. Like, that's the one I'm really interested, because he is literally made out of concrete. Like, he is a demon core with a concrete sheeting as his, like, skin. And I'm kind of like, I don't know how you make that one a Prime, but he's gonna find a way. They have to. Also, SP Railjack is also coming. So do you mean single player as an SP or something else? Unless you mean Steel Path. Which, I mean, if it's Steel Path, then that would also be cool. I know that they were working on some new matchmaking options for Railjack, so that's what I was asking. Mostly because sometimes people get sucked into other people's ships when they don't want to be. Okay. Yeah, I had to absolutely make certain that's what you meant. Like, Railjack is in a weird state where it's pretty, like... It feels pretty good, like, when your ship is done. It doesn't feel as good as it used to, because they did have to nerf player power to make it more balanced. Which is the same thing with Archway. Like, for people that don't know, specifically on both YouTube and chat, YouTube, as well as anyone watching the VOD, Archwing originally used to go to like billions in damage numbers. But the issue obviously was that you were going into Archwing with like tutorial level equipment. Like the second you launched the game, that's what you're like when you got to Archwing, that's what you had to deal with. And the damage numbers were so ridiculously high that people were just getting one-shotted all the time. But if you actually put in the effort to upgrade your stuff, you would also pretty much be nigh invulnerable and kill everything. Railjack ended up doing the same exact thing, where you start out, your ship is literally a little tiny baby, and you have to literally just make it better in every way possible. Obviously, glitches aside, the damage numbers that we were getting and the attack ranges in Railjack originally were ridiculous. It was hilarious, but it was ridiculous. Having 15-kilometer range on your turrets was just funny, because you'd outrange everything in the game when you were actually upgraded. Obviously, if you were not upgraded, every single Railjack mission was just panic-inducing. Or if you inadvertently spawned on someone else's ship that wasn't upgraded, it was panic-inducing even if you had all the equipment. So that's always been kind of an issue. Also, 2 no arcanes. Nice. What were they covering specifically? Secondary, primary, Warframe, melee? Are we finally going to get more melee arcanes? Like, hopefully good ones, because we need more stuff that it can actually compete with, like, effectively with Influence. That'd be great. One that works on creation example, Noko's ball. Okay, so primary. Minus 80% explosion? Plus 100 damage, so this one would work on real quick. Tetra's not... Oh, technically it does. It's got an explosive component, so I guess. You mean the Exceltra specifically, right? Or just turn... It seems like it's just turning a high explosive weapon into an AP round, an armor penetrating round. So you just remove the explosive component. Or, well, reduce the explosive component, I should say. I could see that. What's the other one? I mean, I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind a mod that's just built in that you could just turn every single gun into an explosive round. That would be kind of funny. Just HE filler or something. Or vice versa. Take explosive weaponry and then make it so way they just become armor piercing instead. Increase penetration rate, or well, pierce rate, and punch through distance. And then remove the explosive component. The only issue, obviously, with that is like the Sporthix exists, and the Sporthix with its mod is literally just that, which is hilarious. It just gives you a 3 meter punch through, and everything it punches through, it explodes in. It's the only gun in the game that actually does that, so it's pretty much just a like beam rifle from Gundam. Is what it feels like. Yeah. Welcome back, Gundam. Mesa heirloom? Ah, good. I've been seeing a lot more mesas when I was doing stuff when we were doing the Jade event, actually. We were seeing quite a few mesas. Like, just in general. It was nice. Hello, boss. Yep. Through... 1 second. Gingerbread man. Alright. I do find it kind of funny that the, this is not the only game that I play where a quote-unquote cowgirl skin is literally being done. It's like, Torchlight did it, they're doing it, and... what was the other one that was doing it? It's the old Gunslinger set, but it's just kind of funny that it's all the same year, and I'm like, that's weird. Originally I thought it was just a coincidence. I was like, oh, it's just two games doing it. Then Warframe does it, and I'm like, oh. I'm trying to remember the exact one that's doing it right now. BDO did it like 3 years ago with an actual full-blown class. And then it just kind of started from there. At least that's what it feels like in the gaming sphere. Miss any? Okay, one more gingerbread room, and we're done. Back in the day, Latail did it, but that was like 20 years ago. Quite literally. It's kind of insane. Speed boost. No, up fire disc. Will do. Gotta get the mission done. Let's see. Yeah, I saw the concept art. That's, yeah. Okay, here it is. Arcane Sculptor. Creating an object with ability efficiency is locked. Okay. And then compression. On a minus 80% explosion radius, 100% damage, plus 5.5% ammo efficiency for every 1 meter radius lost. Okay, that's actually kind of gross, because it doesn't have a listed cap. That means the Ogress is probably at 100% ammo efficiency. Like, that's actually hilarious. Obviously, it's only primary, so we can't get like the Angstrom to have 100% efficiency, because that would be hilarious. Pocket rocket launcher. Just spray. Just spray the thing. It's always been its problem is ammo efficiency. You have to run the one ammo mod for pistols, no matter what. Just that one. Gotcha. And 175% efficiency is really disgustingly good. I mean, technically speaking, if you're over 100%, isn't it just generate energy? I would assume. Because right now we can't actually reach 100%. Which is kind of funny and dumb at the same point. Obviously, it only lasts 12 seconds, but it's every time you create something, which fully can do that effectively. You got Prime Reach and Borrow? Hey, nice. Very, very nice. That'll be a huge upgrade for your arsenal. Yes. Yeah, it would work on either of them. It also would work on Protea. Because their turrets are counted as a creation. That's probably actually where most people are going to end up using, is because people are going to retool Protea with that, if it works, obviously. But it is in the code counted as a creation, so it should work in principle. I think who else? Atlas's summons are not, even though the Rumblers should be. They're not. At least last I checked, unless they've changed it. Who else? Thinking. What if Volban's Tesla, like the squad? Wonder if they count. That would be funny. Like, that would actually be funny if the squad counts. That's going to require a lot of testing. Ugh. You saw the screenshot of Mesa. You can now individually randomize each section instead of all randomization. I will be honest. I don't think it's worthwhile to randomize individually. The whole fucking like shtick with randomization, if you don't already, like, if you're a new player or you're just kind of messing around with it, the full random has always been a really good algorithm when painting stuff in Warframe. Like, I am not gonna lie, it's actually kind of cool how good they made the randomizer back in the day. Because I don't think the dev stream that talks about the randomize button from back then is still like saved. Is when they added the actual random button. It was kind of a big deal because they wanted to, like, the whole art team at the time wanted to make it actually try to match color like variants and colors, like the actual hues, by number. So the random system actually has an algorithm behind it. So obviously, if you were to do it individually, I assume it still runs on that, which is cool. But I always felt like it was kind of interesting when somebody ends up full randoming it when they're, you know, brand new to the game, or even just after, like, for a while, and just hitting it in a couple times until they get a really nice color set, and it just worked because it would try to put the hues that the account owned, you know, for the shaders, and just try to match them. And it's always done a really good job at that. It's just one of those, like, funny things where I'm like, it worked really, really well because it was actually well designed. So, them adding, like, individuals, I kind of, like, it's cool. I still don't really see the point, though, unless someone really wants to get nitpicky. And most people that just do the all random end up doing all random like 10 times, and then they end up getting something good, and then they leave it at that. Maybe if the all random wasn't as good as it is, then maybe it, like, say you end up getting like a really nice beige set, and then somehow it just like puts pink into it for some reason. That I could see it being used for. Or like you end up getting like a yellow set, and for some reason it just puts like blue in there for no reason. You're just like, roll that one. Give me a different color. Yeah, I could easily see that being very useful. The thing was already pretty well made, so I'm kind of like, there's only a few kind of situation where I can think of where all the colors in the randomizer end up being good except one. And then it's like, okay, I can see that being useful for that very specific situation. So that is a good thing. It's good that it exists. Did they put it in as like a nested button? So where if you hit all random and then you can hit the individuals? Or did they just put it next to it? Because you guys are already kind of getting me. Just wondering where it is. Like, where did they put it? Fourth one I do not know. I will say this: a lot of other games could learn from Warframe's color system. Not so much like obviously just using shaders and like set colors like dyes, but specifically about the randomized system. Megan's words, but Synex Prime, he's finally coming with some thigh spikes. Oh, that's fair. You gotta put, as I said, you gotta put the Auric and gold somewhere. And to be honest, Synex has not been wearing anything besides a loincloth pretty much the entire time. Like, let's be clear here. He was a Spartan by design, and they kept to that. Obviously, the infestation doesn't really hold that much bars to even flesh. So he just ends up looking like a Ken doll. But I've always kind of wondered, like, that's the other thing, as I said with Corvax, where I'm kind of like, I don't know how DE is going to, or like, prime his frame. Because again, his entire body is fucking concrete. It's like, oh, we gotta put gold. Okay, but where? Is it gonna be like gold concrete embedded slate? Or what are we dealing with here? That's the thing I do not know. I feel like Calerva will probably be pretty easy, but on the other hand, like his helmet's gonna be really hard to make look good. There's a couple frames where I'm like, I don't know how they're gonna pull it off. Like, Urelli is literally just a complete rebuild with the same, like, design concepts in mind. Gotcha. Thank you, Shino. Also, I think when we finish up here, I'm going to just stream some PoE too, I guess. Because I need to get back onto the grind and pray that whatever storm is coming through this morning is not going to take out the internet and it's just going to be a light shower again. Like, just light rain, please. Just that. Nothing else. That's all I can ask for. Like, I really did just push as hard and fast as I could in PoE2, so, like, on League launch, because I was like, the weather is going to conspire against me, and we're just gonna hope. We're gonna hope it doesn't, and then it did. It's like, it's really hoping it wouldn't, and then it did anyway. And then I'm sitting here going, ah! Why? Why? It's whatever at this point. Okay, I've gotten my 6. Shanna, you're at what, 3? I think. 3 torches is what I'm asking. Watch the stream prior to this one where they did the Warframe middle, and the first image is guess this Warframe. It's a peach and everyone waiting for her. That's funny. Are we sure it wasn't Val? Because that's the other one. That's funny. was Ember? Okay. That's how they get you. Is they do the shape for it, and then it's just like, oh, it isn't that one. It's Milk, and it's like, bro, that's evil. I would not put it past Rebecca and Megan to do something like that. I mean, hell, they've done that in the past, so. Also, oh God, I need to double check. When does Varuna Prime's accessory pack, like the Prime Resurgence thing, go away? That is the one thing I need to pick up. It's like I already have all of her stuff, I just don't have the accessories, and I need to pick up the accessories. But obviously the booster and all that. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, I just need to grab the accessories packs. I normally, the only thing I ever pick up is the accessory packs if it's a weapon I care about. Like, mind you, back in the past, I used to pick them up all the time, but I also had a lot more Steam cash because I was playing Don't Starve Together and I was selling skins like a crazy person. I haven't been doing that lately, and they feel like I'm suffering. Because I'll be honest, any money that I make here on stream and commissions just goes to my health insurance and or saving for my health insurance for the next month. So, like, DST was literally the only thing that I was using to get things that I really wanted, and I've just been kind of slacking on it. Goes further, gotcha. For anyone that doesn't know DST, Don't Starve Together. Just as a note. I have way too much fun playing that game when playing as Wirt. She's way too damn good, I'm not gonna lie. I am wondering how Clay is going to do the new Don't Starve game. Ones I'm very interested in. And if one of the top 10 comments was... that is funny. I forgot to check. The other thing from Clay was... we have the new Aqua DLC for Oxygen Not Included. Nope, beta's still up. Okay. So it's not out yet. Wonder what game-breaking bugs there are. There apparently is a nasty one, but I don't know exactly what it is because no one on the forums was referencing it. I think it has to do with this new saltwater physics that they added. It's like the thermodynamics on it is a little bit funky, so it was causing some issues from what I was being told, but it wasn't fully described, so I don't know exactly what the bug was. Yeah, and I was going to do another Oni playthrough once the dino thing was fully sorted, but then they kept having some technical issues, and then now they've launched the next DLC pack. And the next DLC pack, like, dramatically overhauls all fluids in the game. And once that's stable, I will be playing it, because I'm like, it's way too much fun. The dino one is kind of cool, and I like some of the new animals and plants that we get with it. But it didn't feel like it was a complete departure from what we already had. But the ocean biome planet, which is the new one, is insane. Also the fact that the dudes can now swim. That was kind of a massive just, oh my god, my guys can actually swim. Holy crap. They don't suck anymore. Woohoo! Hey, Isometrics. You're alive. Hope to see you back in Oni. I will. I will be. If you haven't noticed on Steam, I have been playing the new beta. That's why I was just checking. Yes, I will be returning to Oni very soon when that pack actually releases. As I said, there is supposedly some weird bug that's with the new saltwater physics, but I don't know what it is because I couldn't get anyone to answer what it was on the forums. Everyone just keeps referencing some sort of weird bug, and I'm like, okay, but what is it? What should I avoid if I do a playthrough with this thing? Obviously, it's not out yet, so they're probably still fixing it, but I have no idea. Like, trust me, I really want to go play some more Oni. I want to finish the goddamn time lapse. That thing, I keep looking at it like it's literally just a giant mountain to finally beat, and I'm like right near the end. It's just, it's. I think the time lapse itself has taken like 1,400 to 1,800 hours of like actual man hours of just assembling the damn thing. And the worst part is I don't even know if it's gonna be good. Like that's the thing. I'm like, even looking at it, I'm like, I feel like I've got it too short. But then I'm like, if I make it longer, if I extended the clips by 1 second, there's over 8,000 clips from every 25 cycles, roughly. If I extended the clips by even 1 second, I go from a 28-minute video to a 45-minute video. And it's like, bro, no, I can't. It's gotta be sub 30. There's no way. Like, it's a 2,400 hour base. I need to keep it compressed to sub 30 minutes. That's the only thing that's been tying me up, is just trying to figure out how to get this damn thing to work and it not look like crap. I will never do a fucking Oni time lapse again, though. And unless we get software that actually records it correctly, I will never manually do a time lapse again. Like it's taken 1.5 years to get all the recordings done, and then piecing it together is the last piece that's been taking me a long time. And if any of the like micro recordings for nighttime is fucking with things, that's the other thing that's just destroying me. It's one of those things where I'm just like, this has taken over 1 year to make. I feel like I just need time. I literally need a time-lapse software. Like, just either a universal one or one that's going to just be dedicated to owning. To just get, like, recordings while playing. Like, Minecraft obviously has it, and that's really, really nice. Even, I mean, hell, Terraria has it. And, like, Oni does not. Dwarf Fortress doesn't even have it, and those guys are ridiculous, so I would have expected to actually see something for that, and there isn't. Which is also kind of insane. You're one of the characters, I don't know who, pointing at... That's weird, but okay. Where's this last monolith? I will say this. If for some reason the time-lapse does actually end up exploding, there's been some time-lapses with RimWorld that have actually done that on YouTube, because also that's really hard to do. And if it ends up doing the same thing as that, I truly cannot promise I will ever do it again. I don't care how much you guys ever end up paying me to do it, but I will be honest, I don't think I will do it again. Like, it is it was not a fun. It's not been a fun experience to do an actual full scale time lapse of a over 2,000 hour base. It's like the base is over 2 years old of actual gameplay that we did here on the channel for over 2 years. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do another one. At least not without some sort of automated assist or program to do it with me. Like I can't. Like just doing an actual edited series would have been infinitely easier than what I am doing, and it probably would have been way more useful. The only thing that we're gonna get out of this one is a really cool looking time lapse. That's literally it. I feel like even if I got my patron up and running it, if I, God, I would have to add some sort of like, if someone wants to do something with a time lapse, I'd probably have to add some ridiculous gear to do another one, and just be like, if you guys actually reach this, then fine, fuck it, I'll do it. Because again, if we do another 2 year base where we spend 2 IRL years doing an Oni base, like over almost 200 episodes, then it's gonna take me another year to do another time lapse, and it's like, bro, oh god. Just the realization of thinking about that, it's like, I'm all for just playing Oni and making episodes out of it. That's fine. It's just the time lapse part. It's just like, oof. Just oof. I don't want to think about it. I really don't. Actually, now that I think about it, I might need to... Seeing the water physics are getting changed, I might actually have to retool some things on the time-lapse itself. Because if I have to start editing in the newer water look that they added, I'll have to make a little note on that one. I'll think on that one. Because once the Aqua DLC gets dropped for auction not included, then I think all water and all saves are going to change. So if I have to do any back editing on those recordings, then it'll look different. It'll look a hell of a lot better than it does, but it will definitely look different. I just thought about that for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, that might get weird. It'll look good, but it'll look weird. Yeah. Either way. Shano, how many more portals, well, Iferas do we need to kill? Specifically? Are you already done? I think we need to kill, what, 1 or 2 more? If anyone else needs an invite, you're free to ask. These are open carries. I literally take anybody. If we run out of people to do runs with, then I'll probably jump over to PoE 2. I need to get back to doing the league start stuff. And yes, I was late today because we literally had a thunderstorm come through and take out my internet for about 4 hours. No, 3 hours. But still, very much annoyed me. Oh god dang it, Shano. What do you mean you missed a couple TPs? What do you mean? Dang it. You sure about that? I'll reset's in 8 minutes, so it's whatever. We'll just do more. That's fine. You gotta pay attention, buddy. Did you run out of keys? Is that what happened? Or were you just not paying attention and forgot about the boxes? Oh, you got over 100 keys? Okay, we're good. Good. I was wondering if your key stockpile was finally getting solved because you were actually farming your gems. Which is good. Alright, one more to go. You got 66 keys worth from the grinding you did and upgraded cosmic water. Gotcha. And bop. I'll channel your box. Change my tone here. Ah, gotcha. Get my water open. But yeah, I'll be pretty happy once the DLC actually drops completely for Action Not Included. I don't know when I'll start it, but I will definitely be doing it. New moment. Oh, nice. I mean, I will say this. If the market stays the way it is right now for another, like, God, like, this week is the week 22, just so anyone's counting, without the market. And if it stays for another, like, I don't know, 15, I really don't know what we're going to be doing here in Trove. After that, like, once we hit that point, I'm like, I don't know. Probably do quick runs, get people through their delves for the, like, on Friday, and then probably Oni after that. And then we'll just carry that through. Otherwise, I could go back to the Monday, Tuesday Oni time, and then Wednesday's Warframe, like I used to do. Thursday's work, Saturday's work. Normally when I do. At least that's what I used to do all the time. I just have Sunday off. I do need to make a new lab world eventually. There's a bunch of new like machinery and animals and stuff, and actually not included in new DLC. Where I'm like, I need to figure out how these guys work. My old lab world from back in the day in the Dino one are completely filled up with machines at this point. So I'm like, probably need to do that. Obviously, I'll do the whole thing on stream, so nobody gets left out on that. No, I'd hope. It's like Memento? Gang. Yeah, well. And yeah, Shadow, how many torches do you have right now? I can keep count because reset will be happening here very shortly. 38 seconds. I assume 2 because you missed out on the other ones. Oof. Okay. So yeah, we'll get 4 kills in then. Also, once again, these are open carries. All of these are Iferas. We're always going to be at depth 140 from now on. If anyone is on PC Trove and you guys need to get your delves done, you're free to join. Throw your IG into chat or whisper me in game, Mr. Clunkers on all platforms, and I can get you in. If not, feel free to lurk or ask questions. Any of the above. So make sure people don't miss out on their delves for the week. $7.59. Four more affairs for Shano. And he's done for the day. Oh, for the week. Almost there. Spread out of these numbers. What are we looking at, game? Oh, there we go. Somewhat spread out. Go. Nice clean Seeker Strike. I'm going to take that. And goodbye, boss. Should be 3 left after this one. Oh, it's a horizontal delve. Okay. It's gonna be one of these. Okay, that's clear. There's either gonna be one straight ahead of me, or above me. Okay, not above. Yep. I was like, it's either straight ahead of us, or like that one, or it was right above us, and I don't know which one it was gonna be. It's like, it's a 50-50. I go up, you just go forward. Let's double check. Okay. Yeah. 3 left. This. Yeah, I just don't. They're a while away. Oh, you got a pity on your random C4 pity? Gotcha. I mean, hey, at least it's components. I'll take it. Still worried about the fact of Mystic Gear randomly maybe not fully upgrading to the next tier. I have a feeling that they're probably going to just continue with the upgrade path the way that they've been doing it, which is a good thing. At least when the market comes back, but mostly because cores. Also, I don't know how long we'll keep going on this one. Once Shenna's done, I think that's it, because I don't know if anyone else needs any more runs. So I don't think I need to change the title of the stream. Once you get pity, does it reset to another 51? Yes. It's straight to 51 again. Just make 51 keys and you're good once you hit a pity. They really should have made it C5. It's still weird to me that they made it C4. C4 is literally worthless. You can get to 45k without it, and it's kind of dumb. You used to not be able to, but now you can, so... I should say, you used to not be able to do it effectively, unless you already had the time of Dragonite. But now it's like, hey, you can do it without it. C2 is all you need, which is pretty stupid. It's just very derpy that the pity is not C5. The only reason I can think of that they didn't want to make the pity inside the Delve C5 is that they didn't want to troll people. Because getting a clean C5 cursed piece means that you're going to be spending the 150,000 nitro to actually upgrade it. But that just kind of hurts the player base anyway, because it'd be better off getting the resources from the C5 than just dismantling a C4. And it was like catch-22 situations where you're like, really should have been that. Because again, if you invest into a C4, you're absolutely screwing yourself, which sucks. Before Mystic Gems, you needed at least 2 pieces of C4 and 3 of the dragons to pull it off. Now it's like, you just need 3 C2s fully maxed out and 2 of the dragons plus Mystic. And you've got it. Technically, you can get away with 1 if you don't want to farm that much. Which is also insane. It's just obviously your problem. Qubits. Unless you're a whale and you just buy it with credits, then it's whatever. So obviously, credit patches are not right now available, so no way you're getting that is if you're actually spending for it. Which again, do with that information what you will. Can you give me better ore patches than this? Like, this is actually garbage. No. No ancient gears either. Just, yuck. Just an ew floor. Very much. Just an ew. Oh yeah, 50B fragments, Sheno? Nice. Good to hear. So we need 3 more kills. Good thing we refilled the fridge. Yeah, there we go. Oh, you got another memento? Nice. I don't think I've gotten one now in, what, 4 weeks? It's 3 or 4. Again, like the ones I'm missing are dino ones, and they're always the worst to actually get. We'll get it in due time. It's not that big of a deal. Do I wish that mementos actually dropped at a more regular basis? Yes. Do I find that the drop rate, because they're not tradable, is abysmally low? Also yes. Should it be? No. Absolutely not. I hate to say it, but mementos have always just been bad in general. And the fact that some people still don't have, like, God, there are people that have done more delves than I have, and they still don't have all of them, is insane. Oh, lost Ifera. Do one more reset then. You still need 2 after this. As he throws me across the room. Get your box, Shadow. See one. Had a little bit of hope. Alright, let's go reset one more time. Unless he leaves immediately. I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't. And we go. Once again, if you're on PC Trove, you guys are on YouTube or Twitch, you can join by throwing your name into chat, or you can just whisper me in game. This will probably be the last reset, and then we'll jump on over to POE2, unless somebody wants to bounce. All of these are Iferas, all of these are depth 140, so you can get your rings. If you don't have your Mystic Ring loops yet, when you hit a prime level at this depth and below, you will get a loop. Anyone wondering why we're at 140 now? I am glad that the devs actually didn't make it ridiculous. It's like, I can handle 170, it's just a slog and it's not fun, so. Oh. Another Ikron. I got that right? Oh. Can I join with 30k and 31k? Yes. A level 1 can join. As long as you have keys, you're clear. The keys are any of the standard dungeons, not D15. What is your name in game? Is it the same as your Twitch? And you want the Delve Shadow keys, just as a note. That's all you need. Sweet John John. Gotcha. Innocent. Yes, for everyone wondering, the delves work off of old Shadow Tower code. So it doesn't matter your PR, it doesn't matter your light. All that matters is that you have a shadow key and you'll get the loot. Because the only loot that matters in here for most people is the, well, actually everybody, is the boss box on the 3rd floor. The white boxes themselves, the only one that matters for that thing is the Dragonfire Peaks inside the delves. If you're going for the Ironclad Dragon, the dragon fragments drop from the white box. But even if you don't have the PR to get normal loot, the game will tell you. But even if you don't have the PR, you still get the fragments. You just don't get any like orange and below here. Because crystal cannot drop out of the boss box. It's only the Ifera / Shadow Tower boss that actually gives you the rewards. Yeah, that white box doesn't give squat, sadly. And if you don't have any keys made, when we get to Ifera, there will be a key mold in the room. There we go. As a side note, if you need to mine any of the resources, Builderite, Ancient Gears, sure, or the Deep Stone, feel free to do so. That goes for anybody who joins on up. One more monolith to go. Dead. Shove these over here. I can keep track of them. No more Enchino's done. At least for the week. If you can't hit it, aim your camera up like this and then hit E. There might be a geode stuck underneath it. If it is, this is the only way to actually hit it, which is really annoying. It does happen. Yes, this is Shadow Towers. The thing is that for newer players, this is way better reward structure than the Shadow Tower was. It's just the fact that, obviously, most people don't normally do delves over the 6 kill count that is required. Is once you finish 6 bosses, so 6 by 3, so 3 floors, every 3rd floor you get a boss. You will get all your Lunar Souls and Titan Souls for the week, but you can still get rewards, and that includes C5 gear. It is a jackpot on that, but they right now I call them cursed pieces because they are unupgraded. And with the market being down now 22 weeks and counting, it's very hard to fully upgrade them over just the gear crafted ones. But they are a slot filler. Also, you can get D15 gem boxes down here. It's rare, but seeing we're at 140s, specifically with the changes for Mystic Loops, it's a lot more common than it has ever been when we're doing these runs. It's the same amount as what it used to be, which was 65? I just forget. You get quite a few of them. If you haven't finished off all of the mastery items for Titan Souls, I would focus that first. And then, obviously, seeing the market is down, I would just get the actual Titan treasure boxes. If the market wasn't dead, then you have to compare the shadow caches versus the average with the boxes. Because the boxes just give you flux outright, and sometimes flux tanks. Whereas the other one, you could just sell them. But obviously, with the market dead, you can't do that. So, don't need to check it. You just grab those now. Thank you. All repair. Spin one. Spin two. Right. Then open this box on any character that you want to get your best gear on. You need a key. Where's the key mold at the moment? It's over here. Delve Shadow Key Fragments. If you have enough, make 51. 51 is the pity. Delve still has a pity, and the problem is they didn't update the pity, so it still gives only C4 pieces. And for anyone that doesn't know, the Delves, when you do 51 boss kills, you are given a C4 piece. Could be weapon, face, or helmet. And you get it every single time. They never updated it, though, for C5, so it still gives C4. Hey, I got my qual card. Nice. We'll take that. Yeah, keep an eye out in your inventory for D15 gem boxes. Whenever we get a Castle Castra, there's a very high likelihood that we'll end up getting one. Or two. That one just has the highest chance of giving it. They're all quick downs. Just die. There you go. Also, every single enemy can have a modifier. Later, they can get 2 modifiers. This one is the annoying one. These are the quick downs. You hit your character sheet, you'll notice that your critical rate is in the toilet. It takes about 10 seconds for the debuff to wear off. Even if you kill them, it does not go away. Literally wait for it. I assume you're returning, or did you end up shipping over from one of the console versions? Okay, 40 kills. Returning? Gotcha. Yeah, this is the new weekly stuff. You're so lost. That is fair. The main thing I would say is, obviously, I do these runs every Friday. I was delayed today due to a thunderstorm, which took out my internet. But, besides that, I am normally here every Friday to Saturday. Normally do about 8 hours, and then we'll normally call it there. But, as someone who's returning, the main things to focus on is you get your delves done once a week. So it's this kind of content once a week. Get your 6 kills. You want to save your qubits. And you want to make sure that you get your crystal gem converters and your mystic gem converters. Specifically for this. And the other thing is that the only thing in the game that can still screw you is empowered gems. So the only thing that is technically a noob trap that is actually like obtainable other than this screen here. Don't touch anything on this. That thing's literally useless. But the main thing is on your empowered gems, they did not add prefixes. Small gems, specifically the new ones, they look like this. They have Fierce and Arcane. Those cannot break or have a 1-star anymore. It's literally impossible for it to spawn. So it will always have its stat boosters. On big gems, the actual stat boosters themselves, like obviously here on light, we're at 1,715 light on my Berserk Battler. That line has 3 nodes on it. If you have large gems that are 2 stars, they will never get the 3rd one. Each of the little pips on them, they give you 33% more of the stat that they're attached to. So if you have a 2-star gem and you don't know, you need to go to the gem reforging table and double check. If you see 2, you need to swap it and don't progress that gem. Because you literally cannot fix it. It's the only thing in the game that can screw you out of about 6 months worth of work. Because that's about how long it takes to fully augment one from just doing the leaderboard. Also, if you haven't noticed it yet, go to it. It'll be K for leaderboard. Should be contests. This week is Bard, Pirate Captain, and Dracolite. This is where you get Bound Brilliance. You can also get some Bound Brilliance from the Bomber Royale Battle Royale thing. Personally, I would do Bomber Royale until you get the tome. It is these 2. Once you get those 2 done, then just use those to get everything. They kind of gutted Bomber Royale, and they also made it so there's no EXP there anymore. So just do it for the weekly if you need to, or just do it for the tome. But the main thing, obviously, when we finish on up here, or if we have to reset, double check at the gem reforging table what your empowered gems are. If they're 2 stars, then you need to start looking for a 3-star. If they're all 3 stars and they're the correct gem type, you should be good. That's really the only thing you got to pay attention to and be careful of. Everything else in this game is easily fixable or just won't screw you. It's just the big gems. One. Yes. It'll look like the Pearl icon. The devs called them pips back in the day. I don't know why. And that's pretty much what they are. If the gem is level 15 and higher, it'll have all of its little pearls/pips. So if it has 2, that means it's a 2-star gem to start with, and it needs to be fixed, aka get a new one. If it's got 3, you're good. The gems that you want to have is Pyrodisc, Berserk Battler, and Explosive Epilogue, and then obviously your class gem, because you're also playing Shadowhunter. Your flex slot, specifically, is Explosive. Because you can use the Volatile Velocity, and that'll give you extended reach by about 1/3. If you're doing large-scale farming or event farming, you'll definitely want that other gem as your swappable one. Those are the main ones that you want. I will say this, when the light becomes less of an issue as we get more Mystic gear, I will probably bring back Vampire once again, but we're not there yet, so it's just Berserk Battler for the time being. Berserk Battler is literally just the best in slot for almost every single class, but us as Shadowhunters and Lunar Lancers, we actually can technically flex slot it. Empyrean Vanquisher is a actual very good gem. It's just that if you don't have the light, or the game's progression has not pushed the light values to be way over the required amounts, you're still going to be stuck using Berserk Battler until that you can like speed farm without it. And right now, doing D15 farming, you're going to be stuck using Berserk Battler. So is it like a good boost? Because I couldn't do D14, even though I've... Oh, so if you don't have the light, you're not going to do squat. That's the problem. Light is armor pin in this game. I don't know when you stopped playing, but I can point blank tell you that light is the only stat that actually matters, because this is what allows you to do damage and also reduce how much damage you're taking. Without it, you will do ones. There are breakpoints with every single difficulty. The main ones with D15 is that you want to have at least 11,400 light before you can do 30% of your damage. So when you're pushing for D15, if you're not at 11.4, you will do nothing. If you're at 11.4, you'll do about 30% of your total, which means that you can actually farm again by yourself. You will probably have to leech up to that point. Because point blank, the light requirements on this, when it shows up here, this gets you in the door. It does not mean that you can actually play at that level. Which is a good thing and a bad thing. Because again, the game doesn't tell you this, and so a lot of people have been quite discouraged. We've had many people show up that have had issues. Do I buy boxes? No. No, save your geodes. If you don't also have the Vacuumatic yet, this thing, you'll need to use your geodes to get those. Vacuumatic allows you to pick up all crystals, pull monsters inside delves, and when it's fully upgraded, pick up plants. Plants are also shared, so, which is quite nice. But no, normally I save geodes until Castle Castro delves, and then I just buy my one, what is it, the Gimmold Eye is the thing that I pick up. You can also grab the allies from the shop in the hub using geodes. Shano? I think we lost him. Hope he didn't crash. Yeah, well. Trove be Trove sometimes. Also, with the Shadowhunter rework, as a small note, make sure to always use your Sun Snares. It gives a small damage multi. You definitely want to be using it. When you press 1, you throw this little grenade. It's a Sun Snare. Not only does it stun the enemies for, well, depending on how many you have, you can pretty much stun them for about 15 seconds. But it puts a mark on them from your actual Dark Whispers, so you get a really nice little damage bonus. You'll notice the shadow mark above Ifera's head. If that burns off, I lose like 21 mil per shot. It's not an inconsequential amount of damage, so you always want to use it. And yeah, that was the last Ifera. Have to reset again. And see what. Okay, let's reset. Yeah. And while we're resetting, we head to the table. It'll look like this. And I think I don't remember if you can use someone's table in their club if you're not a part of it, but. So is this Dove thing worth grinding after the weekly? Yes. Absolutely, yes. Let me put this down real quick. Prep that. I don't know if you can interact with the Gem Forge, but if you can, that's what you're looking for. You want to click through all of your large gems and then make sure that all of your pips are there. If you see 3, you're good. It could be 3 on any stat. It doesn't have to be like this. Obviously, on your cosmics, you want to make sure that all of your pips are into light. But on everything else, it's kind of a 2-1 situation. At least if you're doing it to ratio. Is it on all of them? On all of them. Oh, God. Shit. Well, that's bad. That's really bad. Good news. We caught it early before you crystallized or mystic them. Bad news. If it's all 2 stars and they are not upgraded, you can level them up, but do not augment them. Yeah, all the small ones are going to be fine. All your smalls will be fine. Because as I said, if they have a prefix, the smalls will always be 3 stars, technically. Yeah, all the smalls are good. They fixed that with prefixes. These old gems that we had to re-roll repetitively for a very long time to get good ones that were 3 stars, that was fixed. It's just the big ones that can screw you. So if all of your big guys right now are 2 stars, including your class gem, well, good news, to an extent, we caught it early. Because you're going to need to use your Lunar Souls to get Stellar 3s. Which means you need a 3-star Berserk Battler, a 3-star Pyro Disc, and 3-star Explosive Epilogue. And then your class gems will go towards getting a Shadow Blitz that's a Mystic. By the way, they made it so that way when you're getting class gems, you can just get Mystics. You can get a Mystic 3-star gem or a Crystal 3-star gem, and then that'll cover that. Use the classic class gem keys. Which, by the way, I would say just use as many class gem keys as you need to get what you need. On the other side of things, though, yeah, you're going to need to end up making a bunch of the souls. You're going to need to make a bunch of these. I should just work on 3-star. Yes, you should be working on getting 3 stars. They will spawn in as stellars. Yeah, I'll go to my collection. So you're looking for 3-star Berserk Battler. You will want whatever gem that you pick as well. Like, just as a note, this is for everyone. Seeing you're playing Shadowhunter, which is a physical class, pick an element that you want, as your class gem. The reason being, you got a class gem, but now I'm seeing it. Yeah, you got a 2-star Mystic. So sadly, you got unlucky. You did get a Mystic, but you got unlucky and got a 2-star. But the thing is with class gems, you want to pick an element, and then all of your characters on your account of that element. So obviously physical and magical. all of my physical characters are going to be water. All of my magical characters ended up being fire. So all my class gems for physical characters will be centered around that element. Reason being is, Regeminators are dead. If you haven't noticed, as you are a returning player, it no longer costs qubits to take your gems out and move them to a new character. Which means you can take all of your gems out and play any other physical character on your account if the class gem is the exact same. Because then you don't need to replace it. So for leveling purposes and just progression in general, especially with the Paragon system, make sure that your class gem is set in stone and what element it is, so that way you can save yourself a shitload of resources. I always tell people to do this because it just saves a stupid amount of time. Obviously, in your case, you need to replace all of your big guys, which means you're going to need to be doing delves every week. Yeah, it's really nice. Ever since Regeminators have been dead, thank goodness. By the way, I still have 3 in storage. They are forever locked in here and will never be leaving. I hate these things. Everyone hated these things. It was horrible. Anyone back in the day knows the pain. Come on over here and just hit E on the portal and we can get started. I'll send Cheno an invite as well. But yeah, main goal, do your delves every week, get your lunar souls, get empowered gem boxes, do events that have empowered gem boxes, and then try to get a Berserk Battler 3-star. That'll be the big one. And then obviously a Pyrodisc 3-star is the other one. You can use explosive, and then whichever one ends up being your explosive epilogue, you'll want to have the volatile velocity be that same element. That way you can use it as a flex slot. Because you're playing Shadowhunter. Technically, I would say that's pretty much the bare minimum on any character class. The only other one I can think of would be is if you're playing Revenant, which doesn't use a class gem. You can probably get away with just using Stinging Curse if you get it as the class gem slot. Stinging Curse is okay-ish. Like, to be honest, most of the class gems are kind of meh if they're not utility. Mostly because they can't crit. Which is still weird. I don't know why they make it so way Pyrodisc can't crit. It feels wrong. Oh, no problem. I mean, I've been doing these, I used to do Shadow Tower carries, now we do Delve carries, and I've been doing Delve carries for literally years. So, helping out new players and returners, like, get their bearings and actually know what they need to do is something that we just do here. And you're all good. The only other thing I would say on progression side of things, because Mystic Gems exist, you don't need to make a C4 set anymore. You can do a full C2 set, save on the resources, then skip straight to C5. That's just the thing you can do. Obviously, that does mean that you're playing every day because you're getting your qubits for the gem conversions, but I mean, if you're really heavily pushing into Trove again, then you'll probably easily be able to pull it off, no problem. Just remember to save your Diamond Dragonite that you're getting from your actual star bar everything. Like, all of it. And save that for the Dragon Egg specifically. Like, for instance, these guys are all Mystic. These are all Mystic. And my small gems are not actually all done yet. Just because it takes so long with the qubits. But I'm still easily able to push into 38 on just the gems alone. And having a C2 set will push you well over 45k. You'll probably be at 46 if you had the same stuff that I did. Oh, got some of the song. Oh. Chano, you doing a class gym key right now? So you on the shores of the Everdark? Or are you hunting down something else? Small ones, you can only get Crystal in the highest? No, you can get Mystic. When you get to D15, it can spawn as a Mystic. Also, the D15 boxes that can spawn in here when we're doing these can also end up having Mystic Gems in them, though it's on the Karma bar normally, which means they're rare drops. But they can spawn in here. And if you mean for upgrading purposes, it's just the fact that I don't have my qubits done. So I only stream and play Trove on Fridays, unless there's a very specific event that makes it that way I'm playing for the rest of the week. So I am only able to clear 1 star bar a week. You want to convert the big ones first. They give you the most power. You then convert the small ones. That is if you've augmented your gems. If you have not augmented them to 100%, on the small gems, you can skip that and then just get Mystic Gems. If you have augmented your smalls, then you want to actually tier them up. If they're not augmented, you can just get a fresh one and level them up. Only the big gems need to be converted because obviously the big gems are the hardest to acquire and are completely RNG based. The small gems, you can just get them whenever you're playing in D15. Hence why you normally, if you're like just starting out and pushing, you normally don't actually tier up your small gems and only tier up the big ones when you get the big ones done. So like when we finish up all these runs and if you pop like a 3-star pyro disc, you're just gonna power every single like cent of resource, dust, and flux into that, and then tier that up as high as you can go. Like just flat out. Like if that drops today, congratulations. That slot is done. You just need to upgrade it. Yes. So every stat can be raised to 100% of its actual value. You'll want to use the silver ones, not gold or bronze anymore. They added an item called a Gem Spark. If you haven't seen them yet, they give 30,000 gem dust and are ridiculously good. They look like these. You can convert them back and forth from gem dust for about 30k, and it'll always convert back and forth at 30k. But ever since they added the actual gem sparks, gem augmentation has become a joke, which is really good. Like that was probably the best update, and that was when we had the Shadowhunter rework, which was about 3 years ago. Good luck. Hopefully your empowered gem boxes will be good and kind. Yeah, you're looking for Pyrodisc 3-star Stellar, a Explosive Epilogue Stellar 3-star, and a Berserk Battler 3-star, which will be your Cosmic. Just hope that they're not the same element. That's the biggest problem. When we clear these bosses and you open the boxes, you're getting Lunar Souls. When we've cleared 6 of them, that means that you've gotten all the rewards that you can for the week from the boxes that are Lunar Souls, Titan Souls, and Despoiled Divinities. And then you go to the Shadowy Merchant, which is the old Shadow Tower NPC, and then you can go buy the Empowered Gem Boxes from him. Because obviously all your gems are just 2 stars, you absolutely must do the Empowered Gem Boxes. And you have to keep rolling until you get the 3 stars. That's really the only problem with Trove at this point when it comes down to progression is if you don't get the 3 stars, you're just screwing yourself. So you have to keep trying until you get it. Like you can settle, but you can't actually upgrade this on the settle. That's the problem. Otherwise, you're just missing out on 33% of your stats, and you're just going to have a bad time. Which is why I said it's really good that we caught it early. Oh, you mean the gem sparks? Gem sparks drop at D13 and above from the gem boxes themselves. It's very rare in Mega Dark. It's pretty common in D14. It's stupidly common in D15. So you can get your foot in the door at D13, as you said. You can't farm there yourself, but you can leech there. You should be able to get to boats and towers, and, well, ships, specifically, if you've heard the term. And you can get gem boxes from those. Yes, it's a massive waste of resources. It's mostly the Despoiled Divinity that's the problem. So if you hit K and go to your leaderboard, go to contests, and you see these classes, these are participation things. This is kind of like how the old leaderboard worked. But you need to get 125 participation on those 3 classes, and you get 7 Despoiled Divinity per class. That's per week. Hence why I said it takes about 6 months to fully augment a gem. Obviously, we have events and other stuff that can also give Despoiled Divinity. There's the Bomber Royale vendor, which can give you a little bit per week. There is the Tome, which is the one I am using right now. Book of Bound Brilliance. But you're pretty limited on that front. It used to be really common. Like, that was the thing with Despoiled Divinity. If you went to the Wellspring table, there was a technically gotcha thing that they had where you could use credit pouches by, just grinding flux, getting credit pouches, and then just buying Despoiled Divinity by doing that. And it made it really, really easy to augment all your gems. I still have a bit of Despoiled Divinity from back then. Obviously, most of it is now just farmed through here, but where was it? Should be here. Yeah, we're up to 646. I had like 2,400 of it from that, from just grinding flux. Do I just loot collect these banners? Yes. I am saving them because I need to save it for a screenshot at the very end when I have finished all of my mementos, but I would say probably dump everything but Saber Skull and the Knotted, and that's it. Everything else just goes. For reference, the Enshadowed Torch of the Knotted Shadow is the Shadow Hunter's main torch upgrade. And then Saber Skull is kind of everybody else's when it comes to the magic side. Also, seeing you are here for the Ifera clears, you can also check your badge. So if you go here, go to Collections, Badge, and then type in Levy. The one that you want is the 250 kills, and you get a Pity Permatorch. If you don't have one already. You're at 53 out of 100 on that one. Gotcha. Yeah, it's the 250 kill is the one that gives you the perma. You're a little bit over the bracket point for, well, you're under 200 kills remaining. That's what matters. You're almost there. There we go. Fair. One spin, here comes the second. And no cursed sword today. Also, before I forget, the thing that you're looking for is this. When Ifera dies, if you see an orange glow and it's one of these, congratulations, that's a permatorch, you're done. Not kidding on that, that's literally just it. You go to a table over here at Geo Topside, and you craft it into a perma one. What's the best use of Titan Souls? As of right now, because we are week 22 without the market, not kidding, it's been 22s without this, died in December, right before Christmas. I have to say Titan Treasure. Obviously, get the mastery items first, what few there are, and then get Titan Treasures. When the market was working, you had to double check between the average of Titan Treasures, which is you get about, what was it? It's 2.7 million for 1,000 boxes or something in Flux. You had to compare that to the shadow caches on the market to see if it was worth it to buy the shadow caches or if it was worth it to buy the Titan Treasure chests. Obviously, because the market is dead, really the only use is the treasures now. Because, well, I mean, that's really about it. And like 1 week ago, why is the market not working? And like, just... Okay, so what happened was that in 2023, the devs here on PC, they ended up banning the person that was duping Flux and Gondas. And what happened was, we've always had people that do it to, keep the price high, blah, blah, blah. Well, they finally banned them after almost 15 years of gameplay, practically. What happened was that when they banned this person decided that, well, screw it, fuck you too, and they released how to dupe everything, including the major problems with Trove's inventory system and the game engine itself. In doing so, they unleashed the unholy power of every single Chinese botter and every botter that would ever bot ever. And they ended up duplicating the ever-living fuck out of everything in the game. Obviously on PC, we've always dealt with it, but it's never really been that big of an issue because it's normally pretty balanced out. On console, it was literally practically Armageddon. I have no other way to describe this. It was bad. It was really, really bad. Everything that was rare went to one Flux. Everything that wasn't rare went to billions. And the market on... the worst part is the devs didn't take action. They didn't take action until late 2024 into 2025. And even then, it really didn't do anything. Because, well, they were behind the curve, and they had already kind of been trying to fix the problems to begin with, but it just kind of exploded in their face. But the main issue was that when this all happened, they started affecting the events. And the reason that Trove's been having, obviously it's not been doing very well right now, just in general, even with some good updates, is because the devs have been reducing the rewards of the events for everyone because they're afraid that the dupers will just dupe all the shit. The main culprit, obviously, was Skelly boxes. Skelly boxes were getting duped left, right, and center, and it got really, really bad. At least for some people. Obviously, the devs didn't really end up banning that many people who did abuse it, which was really bad. So there are probably millions of patron coins, dragon coins, Skelly boxes just hanging out here on PC. On PS4, it's really bad. It's been bad there. 2.5 years. We're on to the third. The main thing was in December, though, it kind of hit a breaking point. So last October, we had the best October event we've actually ever had, and we had Skelly boxes back. But they recoded them to work as a donation system like Christmas. which is the thing that the devs originally said that they disabled because they thought that the dupers could duplicate it. They were incorrect. What happened was that in October, we had mini Skelly boxes back, so you could get 100 Skelly boxes a day, and it was very, very useful. Like, a lot of people got a lot of progression, dragon coins, etc. Christmas rolls around, and they killed the entire event. No donation boxes, no nothing. The entirety of Christmas was fucked. But that's not even the worst part. December 22nd, they put out a notice, and they said point blank, we're going to disable the market. It has been down since December 22nd. Hence 22 weeks. The main issue, though, was that on Christmas Day, when they took the market offline the day before, the database that contained everyone's account that was logged into the game became corrupted. And it deleted people's accounts. It was bad. It was really bad. Thankfully, I only play on Fridays, and I was not playing over Christmas. I know a lot of people that did play on Christmas. Yeah, the Christmas apocalypse. And what happened was that they had to roll back everyone, but they had to roll them back because everyone's account that had logged in was just gone. Yeah. It was bad. If you loaded in and your account was fresh or asked you to put in a new name, yes, they did recover it. Thankfully, they did have a backup database, and it rolled back by 3 days. So everyone was safe, but it did also corrupt club worlds. And there are club worlds out there right now that just have holes in them, and there is nothing that can be done to fix them. At least according to the devs right now. So, yeah, it's still a lasting problem. They did give out, it was 85,000 credit, or not 85, it was 8,500 credits and 1 year patron to anyone affected, even if your account was rolled back. So if you had logged in and you couldn't log in, or your account, like, disappeared, if you made a support ticket, then, and you said point blank, like, where's my stuff? Obviously, they would double check. If it was affected on that day, you would get the compensation. If your club world was affected, you would get the compensation. Still pretty shit. Thankfully, though, accounts were recovered. Club worlds, as I said, still damaged. The other issue was about 7 weeks after that, Vault worlds became corrupted. They have hence fixed them as of last week. I actually had my own Vault world get fucked, and it affected everyone. But they put out a hot fix on Tuesday last week, and they just got the Vault worlds back. So, I hate to say this, but if they are able to fix club worlds, it's probably going to be 8 months from now. I'm not joking. Unless they somehow get some weird breakthrough where they're able to, like, forcibly refresh the terrain without breaking everyone's stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I've actually had that ticket open for almost 11 weeks. I thought it was 7, and I double-checked, and I'm like, oh god, it's been 11 weeks of waiting on support to, well, not really waiting, I should say this. Support was messaging me every single week, trying to see if the Vault Worlds were fixed. Until last week, they were not, and then last week they fixed them. Yeah. So, thankfully, we've now had 2 weeks where the Vault Worlds are working. The chests, though, are still disabled because of trading is disabled. There is a bug that is re-enabling trading, though. So, just as a note, sometimes you can still trade because the trade post just turns on randomly. Not much that can be done about that. That's just something that's happening. Yeah, the original workbenches from way back have been, some of them have been lost. Which the worst part is, the only way to get some of those back is to duplicate them from another club world that has them. So you actually need someone to dupe it to fix it, because the devs don't actually have the model left in the game's like files anymore. Like it literally turned into the devs are fighting dupers to, oh god, we need the dupers to actually fix problems that the devs have inadvertently fucked up. Or, well, more so the server itself fucked up. It's not really the devs' like fault on that one. I don't think they've ever really identified exactly what happened with the server, only that it somehow just corrupted itself out of nowhere. That's really been the biggest kind of pain point for most people, especially high-end players that had, like, I know Bear was, not Bear, but Passions was heavily affected. His club world, like, has just, it looks like Swiss cheese. It's like 10 years worth of work and, like, large pockets of the club world is, it's just cheese now. Yeah, it was bad. Like, Christmas was, like, the last straw for a lot of people. Which, again, I do not blame them at all. Like, that shit was fucking terrible. I logged in literally the Friday after it happened and then found out everything. It was just like, oh my fucking god, what the hell is happening? Why is everything burning? It's like, what the heck happened to Trove? And it's just everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. All at once. And it's like, oh shit. Because again, we have had good updates. It's just, it gets completely just overshadowed by the fact that other systems have just completely broken. Obviously, seeing I do all this delve content, thankfully, the delves have been, I would say, relatively unaffected. But everything else has just been, well, I mean, the best way to put it is it got reamed. It got reamed really, really bad. And it's kind of just hanging in there right now. Like, whatever they're doing to fix the market, I hope it's worth it. Like, that's the biggest thing. It's just if it comes back and it's working, and they put names to it where we can actually identify things, and also on the server end, so we can actually, you know, deal with dupes, that would be huge. Do I suspect that they'll be able to pull that off? I don't know. Like, it's been 22 weeks with, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. We have no idea. Like, I'm the Delve guy. I know that. I'm literally one of the few people that takes people for Delve content every single week. But even I'm just like, I don't know. Like, right now, the only thing I can tell people is how to progress your character, how to plan for when the market does come back and it's inflated to all high hell, and how not to screw your characters over. That's really about it. And then I can take you guys for Delve content, and that's really it. I can hope that the market will work. I can hope that the servers will stay not on fire. Doesn't mean I can actually stop it from burning. So, that's really about it. Again, Trove's combat is fantastic. They really nailed this long ago, and it's pretty much just locked in. It's just everything else that seems to just break or catch fire or just randomly fail out of nowhere. That's always been the pain point. It's literally just farming resources and dismantling at this point, as well as gear vaults. Like, it's literally the same old, where once you get your magic find high enough, you can just go geo topside and just farm. Like, if I needed a lot of flux, like, right now, I would probably just go do a 4-hour farm session and just grind 1-star dungeons inside of geo topside. And just dismantle everything. Once you get over about, I think, it's 5,000 magic find, you'll break 1 million an hour, which is not much when you think about it, but I mean, the most effective way once you've exhausted all your weekly resources. Yeah, I didn't have any MMO to play right now and thought about Trove. And again, it's one of those things where I can recommend Trove for the combat. The progression is infinitely easier than it's ever been. It's just the gem grind is the problem. if your gem grind was done and you had 3-star gems with the right abilities, you can literally do whatever you want in the game after that point. Like, you want to go fight Leviathans over and over, fight dragons over and over, just go hunt down the dragons and start accumulating the dragon fragments, go for it. You want to do delves, or you want to just, like, grind dungeons mindlessly and just have fun doing combat, go for it. Like, all of those are totally valid options. It really is just down to getting the weeklies done, which is doing delves so we can get your gems. And then once you get your gems, literally the game just opens up. Before that, it's going to hurt a bit. Obviously, seeing you're a returning player, you probably still have a bit of qubits left over from back then, and other resources that you probably don't even realize that you have sitting around that will easily help you progress. Fresh players, though, normally have a little bit worse, because normally they'll be stuck in here with me inside the delves every Friday for, I would say, maybe like 2 or 3 months before they really, like, push into 45k and then, like, get to grips with their character. Whichever class that they pick. Or they join on other people's streams and other stuff. Or just do ships constantly. Because I know a couple of people that have shown up. I took them for delves for, like, I'd say 3 weeks. So 3 Fridays. And then they just went straight to ships and just beelined it to 50k. Backtrack for resources. No, that's not ore. Yeah, exactly. And Chano literally got all of his gems done the first week, but then his torch luck was terrible. He almost took 1,000. Almost 1,000 kills before he got a natural drop. It was bad. There we go. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I normally get my combat buff by just going on over here to here, D13, and then looking for towers. To be honest, most people do the boats in D13 anyway. It's not normally done in D14 because you don't get to progress as far. Like, if you're ever seeing, like, X ship, they're normally doing it over here in D13, not D14. Once you get strong enough, you can just solo boats, or sorry, solo the towers as well. I'm normally getting, if I'm soloing, the last time I did it was a while back, but I was getting about 2,400 boxes an hour. They are literally the strongest way of progression in the entire game. So the Delves has the highest EXP per hour rate if you're running with 3 people. The ships have the highest EXP rate in the game besides the Delves. They also give you regular crystal drops. They give you Phoenix motes at a stupidly low rate. God damn it, I hate Phoenix motes. They're the worst resources in this game. But the other thing, obviously, is that they give you gear vaults. This is how you get C5 gear that's already pre-upgraded. And you can also get them that are 3-star instead of just 2. When you hit 45k PR and above, you can get C5 out of it. If you're below 45k, do not open those. You want to start stockpiling now. And also work on your gear crafting itself. Seeing the market is dead, I cannot recommend upgrading crystalline C5s that you pick up. Because you can just get the actual gear crafted C5s instead at 3 stars. Your only goal is to reach 45k PR. That's it. Once you hit 45k PR, then you can literally get all rewards from all content. If you're sub that, you can't. That's why I was saying earlier that you'll want to get a C2 set. If you are already above C2, then just keep whatever you're using until you get C5. Because you can just skip C4 completely. And you can skip C4 by doing ships. And Shannon, do you need me to catch up? Hang on. Really, the only thing that you need is 2 Primordial Dragons, C2, a full crystal set of gems, and then 3 of your large gems need to be Mystic. And then you'll be over 45. If you have 3 Primordials, then you only need 2. Which is insane. Yeah, if you're already at C2 and C4, you're good then. You'll want to upgrade that ring immediately. What is your Paragon right now? Yeah, the resource I need to grab. No. Like, how close are you to a prime level right now? That's the bigger question. Because when you hit a prime level in here at this depth, you will get what you need, which is this one. You're at 7? Okay, yeah. So if you're at depth 140 inside the delves, you're getting carried like this. Every time you hit a prime level, you will get a Mystic Loop. Which also means that you will be able to get Mystic Rings. What is your ring crafting right now? Yeah, next will be 11. Yep. Sadly, last week was EXP week and EXP day for the stream, so you did miss out on that. Because you would have easily hit that when we were doing all the grinding last week. This week it's a double stat reroll. Also, I should mention this. It's kind of a weird roundabout way of getting them, but because Luxian is here, you could actually get the souls and the cores that you need without going to D15 by using Luxian. If you had a Mystic Loop, that is. You would need to check it at the bench. But yeah, because Luxian's here, you can technically cheese it a bit. And easily get some resources. It is expensive, obviously, in Dragon Coins, which is bullshit. But you can cheese it a bit if you had the loot. Obviously, seeing you're just using a Stellar Ring, it would be a pretty big boost. Because all of them are going to end up being the same amount of power, which is 2070 PR on that front. And then it's also 450 light. And then the Fizz bonus is huge. But yeah, the reason I do these carries at this depth now is to actually get people that are newer Mystic Loops already. As long as you're here for the Paragon level when you're hitting the Prime, you're clear. Otherwise, you have to be in D15 for it. Obviously, though, I will probably be switching over to PoE 2 here shortly. Actually, I might stream it. I don't know. I'm still debating. I think I'm going to go eat that pizza. and then decide after. We can jump straight into PoE 2, and then I can just go finish up the campaign real quick. Oh, and it's probably an hour and a half. And we'll get to maps. I still want to kind of stay on schedule, even if I got pushed back pretty far. I hate being without internet or power. It's very frustrating and stupid and annoying. It's just, Mother Nature, damn you. If you want to go check the ring crafting, if you have the bench, you can do it now. Oh, no problem. Remember, I do this every Friday. So, earlier tonight, I was working this morning, well, Friday morning, into the PoE 2 launch, did the launch, pushed straight into Act 3, passed out at around 9, it was 9:25 p.m. because the storm was coming through, and I was like, fuck it, I want to get some rest before the stream. I woke up at 1, which obviously is late for the stream, but it's whatever. I knew the storm would probably last. It continued. We had intermittent power, and the internet was completely out until 4 a.m. It is now 7:23 a.m. And thankfully, it looks like we're clear. We might be getting rain later tonight, but it should be good for the day, unless the radar's all funky again. They boosted me and got a lot of info how to progress. It's level 260. Gotcha. Okay, so you are pretty close. You got to make that push for that last 50-ish. That's like the big push there. Which will mostly just be Paragon levels, because you need to do C1 ring crafting to do the big push. But you also get the regular loops while playing down here as well. Whenever you get a Mystic loop, you also get a regular loop, so you don't lose any resources. Just remember, depth 140. If you're close to a Paragon level, be sure to be inside of a delve at depth 140 before you level. That's the big thing. Yep. You will get flux if you do ships as well. It's just not as much as if you were just doing dungeons yourself. Just remember to dismantle constantly if you're the killer. If you're not killing and you're just sitting there leeching, you won't get that much loot, because normally like only the one boss will spawn on top of you, like with the whole group. But if you're killing, just remember to jump to the middle and turn in at the loot collector. Touchdown. There's one enemy somewhere that's left behind. Your next prime level is at 331. Yeah, I did see you already hit a prime level earlier, Sheno. Let me guess, it's this one. Is there anyone up here? Nope. Must be all the way back at the start. There's probably a dude somewhere stuck in a wall or something again. I get it. Yeah, they probably followed outside the room and then went back. I hate when they do that. Because if we miss one, it doesn't clear. You want to come over here and check this guy? This is the only important one. If you can afford whatever randomly shows up here as a catalog, grab it for the mastery. That guy only shows up here in the understacks. this specific biome in the delves. It is random every single time, but make sure you pick that up. If you can. Like, if you've got the cap for it. Yep. I will also say this. When the market was working while doing these runs, a lot of people ended up making quite a bit of flex from these just by getting leeched from the shadow caches. You'll probably notice that you're accumulating quite a few of them. If you don't have the dragon from it yet, wait until Dragon Day before opening them. If you are going to open any of them. Or if you're just going to save them for whenever the market comes back. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, your dragon's done, so it's just getting the other resources. Gotcha, no. Oh, I know. It's always the dragon coins. Obviously, with the market down, we can't pick up the one really good flash deal using credit pouches and just grinding flux. So, it's going to be dragons as a problem for a while. Oh, I mean, you can't use them. Technically. You use them yourself, but can't really do anything on them. At least not right now, anyway. Like, again, the only thing that would matter is if the flash deal showed up. Yeah. Like, the last time I picked up credit pouches and actually sold them myself was... Yeah, it was the Shadowhunter update with the Constellation Tree, because credit pouches went up to 23 to 25 million a pop for 2 weeks. It was hilarious. It was so stupid. It's like, here's $5, Trove. Thanks. It's so dumb. I can only imagine how bad the credit pouch market's going to be when the market actually comes back. Yes. Yeah, you want to make sure that you hit the teleport pad thing. And then stand in the circle. Once you stand in the circle, you're good. That's what speeds it up. As long as you hit it, it does speed it up considerably, but you want to be in the circle. But no, you're good. We don't have like 8 people here right now, so it's perfectly fine if you guys take your time. the delve was completely full, then yeah, no, everyone get to the portal. Like, if I'm managing 2 teams again, this is like, nope, we gotta go fast. I do not care. Oh, and he's leaving. Yeah, perfect timing. Yep. And more garbage. Oh, it's reflux. I don't care. Loot collect. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab that pizza and then debate if I want to stream PoE2 or if I just want to fucking blitz that out. I don't know. I'm debating. But those are good runs. I will take them. Also, Eldercron, make sure to check the badge again on the levies and see how many that we got through. Let's keep an eye on that one. No problem. For anyone that is new here, I stream Warframe on Wednesdays for Warframe Wednesdays. Shanno's normally here because helping him get caught on up before Tau arrives. And then every single Friday is Trove because Trove Delve Day for the most part. But I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time zone that you're in. Those on YouTube, thank you again. Do this. And YouTube being derpy again. Looks like it's okay though. Yeah, it's been freaking out all night. Then again, my internet's probably been freaking out all night, so that doesn't help. Gonna stream, I'm gonna watch. Oh, that's fine. I'm just gonna end the YouTube side of things. It makes it go all weird on the playlist side of things for YouTube specifically if I switch games. Like it's normally it's fine, but going from Trove to PoE is one of those things where it's like probably not a good idea. So let me just end the YouTube side. And yeah, for those on YouTube, take care, guys. Have a good one. If you want to watch me do some PoE, I'll probably do it here in just a couple minutes on Twitch. But on the YouTube side, mission complete.